Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk announced on Breakfast TV yesterday morning that as of 1 a.m. Saturday, Queensland would reopen to New Zealand, meaning that arrivals wouldn't have to quarantine when they get to the Sunshine State. It does seem that this is not the case. After speaking to representatives from Brisbane and Gold Coast Airport, they say that the flights coming in from New Zealand today are what is known as red flights. So that means that they were booked prior to the Premier's announcement, and they do feature people from a range of different countries. So they will definitely be forced into 14 days of mandatory hotel quarantine. The first green flight, though, isn't until Wednesday. Here is some of the Premier's announcement.
All the stars are aligned at the moment. We're hoping that eventually New Zealand will not have to do that hotel quarantine upon return, and then there'd be free-flowing movement between the two.
So, Janie, this does coincide with the reopening of Queensland to South Australia, and that was after Adelaide was labelled a hotspot after they had a COVID-19 cluster in the north of the state with 33 cases linked to that cluster. We know now that we haven't had a COVID case there in about 7 days, and also there are no unlinked cases. Janie?
This is a fair stuff up, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Imagine if someone booked from New Zealand after the announcement, so they come to Australia, they've got to do 14 days, they then do a week or whatever they got here, then they've got to do another 14 days when they go back to New Zealand.
Absolutely. It's certainly an oversight. Speaking to the Premier's media team this morning, they only clocked that this was a mistake about 2 hours ago, and it seems they are now alerting people that this is certainly not the case. That mandatory quarantine will remain in place for New Zealand arrivals until Wednesday. It doesn't seem like anyone here at the airports were quite prepared for the Premier's announcement.
All right, thank you very much for updating us this morning, Julia Bradley at Brisbane Airport.